Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We are coming to you live again with a quiet house.
We are, yes.
The kids are gone, so it's a lot harder for us to find time to jump on here live with the kids living here. But we wanted to give you an update.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a sharing on the other pages yet?
So no, I will get that done.
You probably should do that.
Yeah. So why don't you take over a little bit there, babe?
Yeah. As you can recall from last time, we kind of talked about Tanya's situation, what she's gone through, and the last thing that I think we mentioned is she was going to have a lymph node taken out, and they were going to cut that open and see if they found anything.
Which, by the way, whoever did the surgery, closed it up, did a really nice job on it.
Really good job.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
I was really impressed
with how they...
the stitching.
Right. They did a very good job with that. But it was a very easy, very simple procedure for the doctor. I was surprised. I went down with my mother and Tanya, and it was very quick that that he had gotten it out. But not to put it off too long, they did research on it. They did look at it, and they did find a diagnosis for her. So Tanya has, according to the diagnosis, Hodgkin's lymphoma.
They called it a classic
Hodgkin's lymphoma. So that's where we're at right now.
It's very treatable.
Yep. So we go and see what's the name of the doctor? I mean, not the type of, I call it cancer, you call it?
Oncology.
The oncology doctor on Wednesday is where we go. So we're looking at it, in a positive light. There's a lot of things, God has done in this situation that we see, like we talked about last time, us not really having to go to that one appointment. We did, and that's when they did the emergency surgery. That could have been a lot worse if we didn't go to the appointment. And this time they were gonna, take a lymph node from a scarier area, like in her chest area, and one popped out like on her collarbone before, so they were able to take that one instead. So God's been in the situation. It's, obviously we would have liked to have nothing at all, but we're gonna, take it one step at a time and try to, to see where God's working in this area, and see, what seeds he can, use us to plant in this journey that Tanya and I are on right now. So, yeah.
So our main focus is just to get my body as healthy as possible before treatments start. We don't even know what that looks like yet until we go to the doctor Wednesday, but just eating healthy. Craig's not letting me have any sugar, so.
No sugar, no.
And just trying to rest. And that's been difficult. I have not been sleeping well. So not because of anything on my mind or anything like that. It's painful to lay down on my left or right side. So I've been trying to sleep in a recliner, and that's not been going so great. So hopefully Wednesday we get some answers, or at least a plan. So when we got the diagnosis Thursday, to be honest with you, I started to physically start to feel better. I think for me, I didn't realize how much the anxiety of the unknown was really affecting me physically. So I know that sounds kind of strange, but once I knew what we're dealing with, I started to feel better. I know that someone will have a plan of action. And I've been told multiple times, and multiple people have reached out, that this is very survivable, very treatable. And so I'm going in with the mindset of, health and wellness, and that I'm strong. I've also gotten several text messages several private Facebook messages of very encouraging words. Some of them simply like, fight like a girl, or you got this, or different things like that. So I'm creating a notebook of all those messages and who they were from. And my plan is on tough days when I'm not feeling the best or I'm having a rough day to pull out that notebook and either read the messages myself or have Craig read them to me. Some of them are scriptures, some of them are definitely not scriptures, but all of them either made me smile or definitely, will encourage me and do encourage me when I read them. So if anybody wants to send me a message, you'll go in my little book with your name on it. And I definitely will keep those and utilize those throughout the process of going through whatever the next few weeks or months look like as I'm fighting and recovering, and I don't know whatever other word, but
and we just want, we want everybody to be encouraged. Obviously, we were hoping, not to get this news, but God doesn't bring about bad things, you know what I mean? And I think, it might be disappointing because the first news we got was that there wasn't any cancer. Now we know that there is.
Well, what they were testing before was fluids.
Now
this was tissue, and the doctor said that's what they needed. The fluids didn't show anything. So just to be clear, the fluids did not show anything because they got to a lymph node, they got to tissue, and that's what it shows.
Yeah,
so what that means, what that prognosis looks like, we don't know yet. We are considering getting working on a second opinion of what treatment might look like, just so we know all of our options and all of the possibilities of what that we want to choose as far as that part of it goes. So,
and I've been doing some research and stuff, so she doesn't have to. And I bought a book, Starving Cancer and stuff like that. So, and it's got some good information. And it seems
wants to starve me.
No, it just seems not really starve you. Just eat the right things. It just
it
seems like a lot of times that there's so much concentration on the chemotherapy, radiation, or whatever they do, that they don't think about how do you keep the cancer from growing, how do you prevent it from growing. And so we want to go at it with all barrels.
Yeah, and I have been eating healthy since we first started. We first got the initial, I don't even want to call it a diagnosis because it really wasn't. The initial shock of this could be cancer back in July. I started eating healthy immediately. Like, I was already a pretty healthy eater, and I cleaned it up even more. That's when I stopped eating all sugar. The only time is the one night we did go get ice cream.
We did the one night.
Because we just wanted to feel like it was a summer night and we were going to go get ice cream. Like, we just wanted to feel a little bit normal.
Now that we know that's the last time.
So in August, we did just take a Sunday night and drive and get ice cream. But since then, I haven't been eating any sugar at all. And we've just been really concentrating on lots of fruits and vegetables and lean meat, and not even a ton of carbs necessarily. I have done carbs because I was not having much energy, and I realized it was because I wasn't eating enough carbs. So I did add those back in, or more of those back in. But anyway,
and there's some other things that we kind of noticed. We had, the things that we got to consider and think about and work on, and it's different for different people and how they react, because it's hard to know how to react, when somebody has news like that. So we're trying not to judge people's reactions because we don't know, what they're thinking or how nervous they are about approaching the issue and things like that. So we gotta make sure that we're not reading too much into the way people react. You know what I mean? So
I will say I have like an army beside me right now. I feel it. Lots of people have reached out. and are praying for me. Lots of people put me on their prayer, list at church, and I appreciate all of that 100%. It means a lot to me. It really does. It means a lot to me to know that I have that kind of support, because I know that there's people out there that don't, and so I really, really appreciate all the support. And a lot of people have asked what they can do. At this point, all we know is just words of encouragement at this point. That might change in the future. For right now, that's just kind of where we're at.
Yeah, and the prayers do work. I mean,
Prayers do work,
we've already
100%.
had some prayer answered, even though it's not a complete healing at this point, and we're not saying it couldn't happen now. You know what I mean? But we have had prayers answered, and God has been in this, and we appreciate all the prayers. And
we try to
prayer works. It
keep
does.
our humor.
Prayer works. Yeah.
I
told her to tell me if I get too out of hand on the humor to let me know. Yes, so we're trying to
and
still be joyous in a difficult situation.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we realize we have Jesus Christ our Savior who is on our side, and you can't have anybody better than that.
No.
So
absolutely not. And then and the kids did find a house that they're in the process of flipping.
Mm-hmm.
So they're working on renovating that. So we should get our house back maybe sometime in November. But honestly, it's been really nice to have the grandkids here and to see them in the morning. The other morning, there was a deer eating crab apples out the window. And all three of them were watching that, and that was super adorable. But yeah, we have this deer that's been visiting our yard over here to eat crab apples, and so the kids always watch for it. I always say, "Did the deer show up this morning yet?" when I come up. And we got to watch them on our own yesterday for a while. We just had a lot of fun with them. So it's been awesome having them here, and having Taylor and Connor's support and us being able to support them while they work on the house and stuff, I think has been really important for them too. So, but they do have a house coming, and we might get our quiet house back at some point.
And then we'll probably wish they were still around.
Yeah,
so.
I think we are going to. So,
yeah.
But anyway, we've been open and honest with you guys, all along, and we will continue to do so. We did keep this a secret a little bit in the very beginning because Carter was away and my parents were away. So
and we weren't sure what it was either.
And we weren't sure what we were dealing with exactly.
Right.
But we are not secret keeper kind of people. We're pretty open book kind of people. So we will update you as we can, and as we have new information or different things, we'll let you know. But we just kind of wanted to come on and tell you where we're at right now. So, and then just the process of it, like I said, I actually felt better once we had the diagnosis. I'm not sure. How did you feel?
I kind of suspected going in. I don't think Tanya did, but I kind of did because the first couple times she had tests, the doctor called us right after the tests were in and told us results. This time he didn't, so I kind of thought going into it that he was probably going to have some news. I will say I'm glad we know what it is. And when he said Hodgkin's lymphoma, I was a little bit relieved because that's one that's more treatable than some others, you know what I mean? So I know people, like Timmy Ward and, some other people who've survived it, you know what I mean? So I'm, we're going to go at it both barrels, and we're going to, I told her that it can do two things. It can either break you apart or take you closer together. And I'm looking for this to bring us even closer together is what I'm looking for. So, and it's nice living in a small community because people come together in small communities. They come together and they pick each other up and they support each other, and we're blessed, you know, to have the communities, the small communities that surround us, and the friends, and even people that we don't really, you know, talk to a lot and stuff. They're reaching out, and you know, they want to help, and it's nice living in the area that we do.
Yeah. And I will say my work community has been amazing.
They've been phenomenal.
They really have. I got some of the best messages from my coworkers and just people I work with. And it's really amazing. It's really, really amazing. I really appreciate that. So.
And I'm sure there'll be some more tears, and you know, there'll be some times when both of us, you know, feel.
Yeah, but that's why
feel
we've
the struggle,
got the messages that.
But yeah.
Yep. As people send us messages, we're gonna write them down and keep a whole notebook of them so that we can refer back to those when we need them the most. So, anyway.
Yep. We'll
All right.
keep pushing in. So, we appreciate your prayers. We appreciate everything you guys have.
100%.
You know, sent us or talk to us about, and we'll keep you updated.
And if I see you and you give me a hug and I cry, that's like normal. I don't know. I cry sometimes
and like
when
we
I
said
feel
before, this
like
is,
someone cares about me.
Right.
It makes me cry.
And it's a unique experience for Tanya because she's usually the one giving the hugs.
I'm usually the one supporting
she's
everybody else.
She's usually the mothering hen, and now she's the one that needs the support. So, yeah.
It's humbling. It's humbling.
It is. So.
It's humbling in many ways. Yeah. So, do I want to be going through this? Absolutely not.
No, we don't.
I am not in the role that I normally play.
Right.
He's usually in this role, and I'm usually in the supportive role. And so it's been quite an adjustment for both of us. But I think it's been good for both of us too.
Yeah. God is good, and we will fight through it. So
appreciate your prayers, appreciate your support, I appreciate you just caring.
So I think that's about all we got today.
Yep.
We're both a little tired, and, but we thought we had to we felt like we needed to put something up to let everybody know. So,
so thank you all, and we will update you when we can. All right. Anything else?
No, that's
okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.